Hi, I've just brought myself an Audi TT Mark 1 Roadster for £800. And here is everything that's wrong with it. Number one, the roof doesn't work electrically. Number two, the boot lid don't open. Number three, the fuel cap don't work. Number four, the light or number plate light. Number five, we got greenery growing out of the car, quite literally. Number six, the brake pads and discs are knackered. Number seven, the suspension's not that great. Number eight, the wheels have seen better days. Number nine, the window doesn't drop down. Number 10, the engine management light stays on and the airbag. Number 11, the paintwork's ropey. And number 12, the headlights are a bit yellow. And number 13, the mould in the car. There are some positives though. The car's only done 74,000 miles and it's got a full service history. I think the first thing we need to do is try and fix this hood. Now I have been looking online and a lot of people talk about this CCM module, which is a comfort control module. And they seem to think that that is the main culprit on these Roadsters. So at the moment we can kind of pull this roof up manually and back down manually, but there is a button in the middle. If you come and have a look here, that there, and that does nothing. Now I have had a little look, and there's an inspection hole. So what we've got to do is we've got to lift this roof up, and there's an inspection hole there, and inside there is the module. And basically what happens is water gets in if the drainage is blocked, and it basically just fills up with water, and then the circuit board just gets corroded and everything stops working. So everything to me is pointing to that, because I can't open up the boot, the fuel cap, and the windows don't drop. And apparently this CCM module is connected to all these things. So luck has have it. Is that what I'm saying? Luck has had it. Luck does have it. As luck would have it, I bought myself a second-hand one off eBay, £300. So it's not a cheap fix, but if it fixes it, it's just going to completely change the whole dynamics of the car. So what I've got to do, we've got to get this roof back up, and then I've got to snap a few bones, get myself inside there, get the old module out, and then it's literally just, you just basically got some connectors. You just take the old ones out and plug it in this. And hopefully, fingers crossed, number one, I could tick, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, I could tick off the list. This might not be a one-man job. So you got to lift it and then somehow flick the glass like so, and then just slowly does it. Oh shit. What I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to release that button there. Ah, there you go. Right, so that's released, and then lock that up. Right, so all the roof is back in home position, and then so the inspection hole is just down here. You see my hand?
I think so.
It's just down there. I'll go and get my torch anyway. So what we've got to do is we've got to try and get the old module out, unplug it, and then hopefully plug the second-hand new one in, and it should work. And if that does, I will be buzzing, because what's the point of having a roadster if you can't use the roof or the boot or actually fill it up?
Yeah,
Although I do say, if you've got to fill it up, which I did have to put some fuel in it, there is a manual release. But what you've got to do is you've got to reach behind the driver's seat. There's a quick release lever which pops the boot, but not enough for me to. I can't. So you need to ask somebody who's also filling their car up if they can come and help me. So you've got to basically lift the boot up, and then there's another quick release or a fail safe. All right. Well, I'll demonstrate it. So you've got to pull the seat forward, and then behind. So once you release the boot, inside there's so many flaps on this car, and then there's for some reason you pull it towards you, and then this little crusty thing opens up, and there's I think that's where COVID originated from. But so we'll close that for now because we don't want to get any diseases. And then while the boot is open, I got my new little Continental spare wheel. Getting sidetracked here, but it's got all the toolkit in there. Floor pan looks all right. Anyway, back to the job. Something fell off it then. All right. Okay, let me go and get me a torch. I don't know what's happening here. All right, okay. Yeah. So I've heard and read on the internet that this isn't the most easiest jobs to do. Right, okay. So there is an inspection lid, so take that off. And then there is the old module. How the hell? Ow. Okay, so I'm just trying to disconnect all the connectors. Right, they're all disconnected. I'm just looking. They look a little bit corroded in there. I've got some electrical spray, so we'll spray those up as well, just dissolve any of that green corrosion. But they look okay. I mean, it has been quite warm, so it doesn't look wet in there at the moment. It does look like it has been wet. There's a bit of sludge in there. But anyway, right. Oh, shit. Okay. Right. So there are some part numbers on these. Oh, I don't want to get these confused. Let me just no, I know. This is the good one. If I forget, I can just replay it back on the... So that's the better one, and this one potentially is the one that's not working. Okay, so I'm just trying to get into the circuit part of it, just to have a look. I mean, again, worryingly, that looks fine. But there could be anything going on. Could be a dry solder or one of these. Oh well. Let's clean up those connectors, get this new one put in, and then fingers crossed we should have a working roof. And I think that controls that, this, and the windows dropping down. So it all kind of makes sense. It's just, oh well. Otherwise, manually it is. Right. Don't point the camera at me ass. Oh, there's a fag butt in here if anybody wants a cigarette. Okay. Oh, stinks. Right, so let's just give these connectors a bit of a spray. There's another one. Right. There as well. There's one. Three. There's no spiders in there. See that one? 4. There's the other one. There you go.
5. Okay, so just plonk that back in there for now.
Okay, moment of truth. I don't want to try it. Good sign. It's not looking good at the moment. So, the fuel works. I can hear the boot going. Just walk over to the boot and just see if that you can. Well, those two are working. Right. Okay. Well, that's weird. So replacing that module, I've got the boot to work and the fuel cap, but the windows don't go down. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to just slightly drop. Let me take the key out.
Is that trying to lock the fuel?
I don't know. See now, you've got a pump on the other side with a bit of an inspection lid. I'm just wondering if something's been disconnected or... But yeah, I was kind of expecting to have a good result with that then. Weird. Okay, it hasn't beaten me yet. I've got 2 new number plates, if that helps. Because I do remember the guy who I bought it from. We've got these relays here. Now don't know if they're supposed to be on the car or he was just trying them to prove that the motor was working, because I know he mentioned that if he manually engaged them, the roof would go down and back up on its own steam. So I'm not sure. Right, let's have a look. All is not lost. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, battery cover. Basically just some more mould. Right, so the two relays are in there. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just trying to see. I'm just basically playing. I really don't know. I don't know if the motor's kaput, but then I don't think it is. I wonder, shouldn't need coding. I wonder if just taking the battery off and just leaving it for a few minutes, just let it reset itself or something. Let me just grab a 10mm. Right, so I've just connected the battery back up, and let's just see if that's done anything. I keep putting things down. Where's my key? Right. See, I don't know. Do you have to have the boot, like the bonnet down? Should we just try all that? Put the bonnet down, close the doors, and go home. So the roof is unlocked. Let's just plug that back in. No, still nothing. So central locking's working. And that's working. Well, at least we can fill the car up now without having to ask somebody. Let me get my light tester. I'm just going to check to see if this this switch has got power going to it. I'm not sure I'm going to do that, but looks alright. It was plugged in. Weird. Let me get me tester on it. The hell am I doing there?
Lucky that, I think.
Do you think it could be that? So why have we got no power? Or have we? Oh, I'm no good at this. So, I take it this is where the power's coming in on the switch for the 1.2, which you would think with the ignition on that should be reading like 12-13 volts. So to me that seems like there's no power going to it. But this switch here, which is for like the windshield, which works. If I disconnect that, I'm getting 13.82, which means there's power going to that. Oh shit. So, to me, that means we haven't got any power going to it. But it's coming off the same wiring loom. Oh, I don't get it. Right, let's just check all the fuses. Okay, so it's not the result that we wanted straight away, but at least we've got some of the things working. We've got the boot working and we've got the fuel cap working, but the roof not just yet. So stay tuned for the next video and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can resolve it. See you next time. So after reviewing the footage, I realised that the actual 2 CCM numbers were actually different, where I'm showing you here. I don't know how I did it, but I convinced myself in this video that they were right, and you know I was doing the right thing, plugging it in, but clearly not. But stay tuned for the next video, because I'll go into depth as to what I've done and what I found out and how we're going to resolve it.